I'm Chief Edward Moore, Hudson Police Department, Mayor Tiffany Hamilton, Mayor of City of Hudson. So we've had a lot of events here in Hudson happen, tracing back to May 1st. Two opposing factions have been going at it with firearms. It started on May 1st where a subject was shot at the intersection of 5th and State Street. There was retaliation in that matter on May 30th down North Front Street, South Front Street. Building was shot up, vehicles were shot. That was followed by the 12th of this month where a woman was severely injured by gunshots when her van was fired upon. The next night we had 2 children and a woman shot after bullets were sprayed on a porch on State Street. And then what happened last night, the tragic events of last night. About 8:45, we got reports of shots fired, maybe a man down at 29 North 3rd Street. It was practically in the rearview mirror of my sergeant, who was there in about a 90-second response time. The presence of my officer on that block watching the house did not again deter the gunman. It was a brazen move. A shot was fired and a 31-year-old Hudson resident was killed. We've been working through the night, gathering evidence, interviewing people. We picked up 3 people of interest this morning and have them currently in our custody. Simultaneously tonight we conducted a raid at 537 State Street, search warrant, utilizing forces from the New York State Police, the Shared Services team, and probably about 50 uniformed police officers. We arrested numerous people on the scene tonight in connection with this ongoing events. We're still processing them, still gathering evidence as we speak. So all this is in furtherance of our investigation, which continues to go on. By no means are these shootings solved yet. We're still conducting investigation and will continue to for probably quite a period of time.
Is there any common denominator, drugs, anything that's linking all of this together?
Well, as we've said, these are 2 factions, I'll call them, that know each other over many years. Violence ramped up on May 1st, and they've been going back and forth. I can't say that it's particularly centered on drugs, but the escalation of violence has brought us to where we are today, with a person dead.
Could you talk about some of the charges that may have been filed tonight against some of the people that were arrested?
I'll advise you of the charges later with our other press release. There was some drugs taken from the building.
Mayor, what's your mood? I mean, you've lived here all your life. Been very active in the community. What's your mood, or what do you think the mood of the city might be?
Well, I think that everyone is very apprehensive right now, understandably. There's a lot of tension in the air, and I have every confidence in Chief Moore and all of the officers in the Hudson Police Department, as well as every other agency that has assisted in this process. We've got the Columbia County Sheriffs, New York State Police, and federal agencies helping. Everyone's in town, and I am certain that we will have everyone in custody who's related to this matter. So hopefully what happened today and tonight will help allay some fears and some tensions in the community.
Can you just explain what this has done to residents, business owners, how it's affected them?
Well, I think overall it's, in general, things run very smoothly here. We don't have a lot of violence. It's not a particularly high crime area. We've actually seen a significant decrease over the last few years in crime in the city. So this has taken everyone by surprise, and I think everyone is thinking twice before going out and walking at night, and that's certainly not what anyone wants, and nothing that we've really ever experienced before, not in this magnitude anyway. So it's a very tense time.
What's next?
I keep telling people that, and our citizens are naturally concerned. This is targeted violence. These are not random acts or separate acts, criminal acts. This is targeted violence with targets being chosen and a back and forth conflict. That's not to say that our public is completely safe. Innocent people can be harmed. We want our citizens to be patient, know that we're giving a full effort. We're going to continue. All the forces that we've got here working are going to remain until we get some kind of closure to this case. And it made a significant, we made significant progress tonight.
And do you believe that you have the shooter from last night in custody?
Do not have comment on that.
No comment on that, okay. How many people total at least are we talking who are arrested right now?
There's 8 currently in custody. We might release somebody shortly. We're just processing through the evidence right now.
Gotcha. And out of those 8, obviously, some of them may face a range of charges, you would think.
Correct. And I'll have a more complete
release coming
release of all the charges shortly.
Okay, just talk about the effort that you guys have put in since May 1st, when all of this has started. I'm sure you've had sleepless nights of...
Yeah, I mean, talk to people all the time. They're concerned, they're scared. We don't want our citizens to be scared. We have to get a handle on this thing. School's going to start soon. This event is not far from our school. So what we've done is we've gotten complete support from Sheriff Bartlett, Columbia County Sheriff. The New York State Police have been here night and day. Federal agencies have been on board, everything, even parole officers, ATF, everybody's on board. We're bringing as much that I know that we can possibly bring to pressure on the criminals here and to bring this to a successful resolution.
And I'm sure in this case it was hard to solve because a lot of people were scared to give you guys to sort of forthcome information or even...
Well, let me tell you, there's people that have come in, they'll speak to us for an hour and say nothing. If you didn't think that was possible, that's true. We haven't gotten the support that we would like to get. There's people that know things and don't say things. And we really want to make a plea to our neighborhoods, to our friends and people that support law and order, to please, if you know something, even if you feel it's insignificant, to call us. Let's get this thing going. We need the public's help. It's very difficult to solve these cases when even the victims won't talk to us. Okay? So it's frustrating, and we need some help.
So you're saying victims are not even being forthcoming?
We've had over many months situations where people witness crimes and refuse to assist us. And I don't know what that's all about, or we should be on the same team here to make a safer community. So I'm making an appeal to people out there that we know something about these cases to call us, call one of our detectives, and please give us any information that you might have.
Any chance of any of them being arraigned tonight?
There is a chance, yes.
There is a chance, yeah.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you, everybody.